Good day everyone, my name is Adeoluwa and this is Group 16 project on FBA 223 on business communication, and I'll be taking you on the introductory part of the writing process, which is our topic. Writing is a crucial aspect when it comes to conveying the messages effectively. It involves several stages including pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing and publishing. Good writing is not an overnight achievement. It requires careful planning, drafting, reviewing and editing. There are no shortcuts to becoming a skilled writer, but regular practice is key. The writing process is not always linear, as writers may need to revisit previous stages at times. More complex tasks may require multiple iterations. In academic research, you may encounter different approaches to the writing process. Communication skills, including writing, are essential soft skills that play a vital role in various aspects of professional life.
Alright, so I'll be expanding on the introductory parts on this project. So essentially, writing skills make a difference in how people are perceived in the workplace. And there is no single universal or general writing process. But there are important factors that we do have to consider in good writing. Say, for example, brevity, strategy, significance, persuasiveness, simplicity, being outstanding, factual, and well-tailored. We also know how to leave out the technicalities, say the skills. So apart from following the steps, there are some specific skills required in a very good writing process. And this will involve planning, simplicity, conciseness, proper use of words, energetic voice, and commitment to writing as a process. These skills are very important while revising. A writer would normally have to return to the pre-writing stage to develop and expand his subject matter. In essence, the writing is making sure that his work is thorough and well revised. So therefore, no matter what form of writing an individual is doing, say for example academic writing, professional writing, or personal writing in daily life, the quality of communication or information can, should, and would be made easier by using the appropriate writing process.
For the next part of the presentation, I'm talking about the key concept of writing. One, you have the audience. The audience, they are the receivers and decoders of the message. We have audience analysis and adaptation. This describes the process of analyzing the needs and knowledge of the readers and listeners, modifying the message accordingly. We have brainstorming. Brainstorming is a technique of creating content by listing the ideas as they come to mind. Chronological development. It refers to a technique of organization that defines the events in the order in which they take place. We have collaborative writing also. Collaborative writing is a process for writers to produce finished reports, proposals, and other vital documents. We have contextual factors. It relates to components of writing tasks such as circumstance, organization processes, and the readers that impact the writer's choices at every stage.
Still on the key concepts of writing, we have credibility. This denotes the rate an individual is viewed as believable based his or her competence, moral, and concern for others. Discourse community. These are a group of communicators who share an objective or a concern in adopting a manner of participating in a public discussion. Drafting. This is the preliminary writing of a document. Editing is the next point. It refers to the process of assessing a writing draft to ensure it fits into standards of good English, style, and recognized business writing preparation. Free writing is another key concept. It is a technique of generating content based on unstructured writing and the documentation of ideas as they occur. General to specific development, it is a procedure of organization that begins with overall information on a subject matter followed by precise details.
In conclusion to the key concept of writing, we have the genres. This refers to the agreed upon format of writing that develops in reaction to recurring circumstances that permit users to act decisively in a particular encounter. We have journalistic questions. This refers to the critical, essential questions. It talks about the who, why, when, where, and how that journalists investigate as they focus and prepare their storylines. We have mapping and clustering. This refers to the process of generating content by emphasizing the central topic and its sub-elements.
I'll be introducing us to the stages of writing. The stages of writing that we have are pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, and proofreading, and publishing. Pre-writing is the initial stage of the writing process, where writers gather and organize their thoughts and ideas before starting to write it. It involves brainstorming, outlining, researching, and determining the purpose and audience of the piece. Pre-writing allows writers to clarify their message, establish a structure, and develop a plan for their writing. This stage is crucial because it helps writers overcome their writer's block and create a strong foundation for the rest of the writing process.
Next is drafting. Drafting is the stage of writing process where writers put their ideas and thoughts into written form. It involves translating the pre-written plan into sentences and paragraphs. During drafting, writers focus on developing clear and concise messages, using appropriate languages, and creating a logical structure. The goal of drafting is to create a rough draft that can be revised and refined into later stages of the writing process. It is important for writers to remember that drafting is not producing a perfect writing, but about getting the ideas down on paper and creating a starting point for final definition.
The next stage is the revising. Revising is an essential part of the writing process that involves reviewing and improving the initial draft of the written work. During this stage, writers examine their words for clarity, organization, coherence, and effectiveness. They also check for errors in grammar, punctuations, and spelling. Revision may involve adding, deleting, or rearranging sentences or paragraphs to enhance the overall quality and flow of the writing. It is important to give oneself enough time to revise thoroughly to ensure that the final product is well written and effective. Revising helps writers to refine their ideas and improve their communication skills.
The next stages are proofreading and editing. Editing is important to edit the message to be sure it is clear, conversational, and concise and readable. Proofreading, this is double checking the details you have included, such as dates, figures, and charts, checking your spelling, grammar, and punctuation are correct, verifying the names of individual and place and organization.
In concluding this part of the presentation, I'll be talking about publishing. Publishing is the final stage in the writing process where a written work is prepared, distributed, and made available to the intended audience. The process includes editing, formatting, and printing or uploading the work to a digital platform. The goal of publishing is to produce a finished product that meets industry standards and is accessible to the readers. In addition to the traditional publishing, self-publishing has become increasingly popular with the advent of digital technologies, giving the writers greater control over the publishing process. In conclusion, the importance of writing cannot be overemphasized. It is the fuel that drives the communication, and communication serves as a framework for the society. Clear communication and hence facilitates good writing is critical because it facilitates co-worker collaboration, business transaction, and interpersonal relationship.